Player has already pledged to help Chad and his family after learning of this devastation.
It's truly the Raider game. You know, I'm just the public address announcer, and to reach out to, to me in this situation is just unbelievable. And, having former, head coach Rob Cooper, who's at Penn State now, to share that, and it's incredible.
One thing that he can't find right now is a quilt. It was made out of his dad's old work shirts. Something like that is irreplaceable. Chad's like a lot of his neighbors right now, just trying to put together the pieces. The good news, though, no one in his family was injured during this storm. Reporting live in Beaver Creek, James Ryder, News Center 7.
The Red Cross has opened more than half a dozen shelters across the Miami Valley for people who cannot stay in their homes. News Center 7's Gabriella DeLuca went to one of the shelters tonight to see how busy it was. Gabriella?
Well, yes, the shelter is here behind me. That's where people can find a place to stay, get some water and some food. But this is what their cars look like when they show up here. Take a look at this one. The side mirror ripped off. The side of the car here caked with debris and mud. And check this out here. The back window smashed in. It had to be duct taped just so it could be drivable. We actually talked to a couple tonight. They came up in a car very similar to this one. They tell us they were scared for their lives.
And that's what it's about.
This is what volunteers at Corinthian Baptist Church have been doing all day long, loading case after case of water into the cars of victims of last night's tornado.
So we have people that have lost their houses, devastation everywhere around the area.
Two of those people are Reggie and Deborah Coleman, who live in River's Edge Apartments. They're at the shelter after a scary close call last night.
It came in real fast, like 100 miles an hour, then the roof tore off, and the mattress flipped over right on top of us.
They spent the next moments hiding under the mattress.
And then I looked up like this under the mattress, seen the thing going like this, where with garbage. Next thing I got one in the mattress, I was like, yo, we going together.
Today they went back to look at the damage. They took this video from inside their home, where furniture was scattered everywhere and the roof torn off.
We lost everything. I thank God we living later for that. I thank God we live. That's how you know there's a God.
For many families like the Colemans, it's uncertain how long they'll have to stay at a shelter or find somewhere else to stay. At one point, this shelter was at maximum capacity. Reporting live in Dayton, Gabriella DeLuca, News Center 7.
Never so happy to see live Doppler 7 the way it looks tonight.
Yeah, I know. Much quieter night than last night. At this time last night, all heck was breaking loose.
Yeah, it was. We have much better, quieter, calmer conditions now than 24 hours ago, but we still have the threat for strong to severe weather as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. This is what I'm going to be focusing in on, not just because of the severe weather threat, but because of how many areas have been devastated by yesterday evening's storms. So any more rain, any more strong winds, this is just going to add insult to injury and perhaps could slow down a little bit of those cleanup efforts in and around the Miami Valley. For the moment, you can see we have partly cloudy to mainly clear skies in the Channel 7 viewing area, but further north and west, up towards Chicago, you can see a large cluster of thunderstorms that is ongoing. At this point, not at severe limits, but as those storms start to move to the south and east, we are going to watch them gaining strength, especially as we head into your day tomorrow. We have a slight risk for severe weather throughout the entire Miami Valley, so that's a 2 out of 5 scale. 1 or 2 storms tomorrow have the potential to reach severe limits. Main threats are going to be hail and damaging winds. That is a repeat story of every storm we've been tracking so far over the last few days. Heavy rainfall that could lead to some flooding. The tornado threat much lower than we experienced yesterday evening, but an isolated spin up is certainly not going to be ruled out in the environment that we're going to be dealing with on Wednesday. Let me take you through your futurecast. As we head through the overnight hours, we'll watch some showers and thunderstorms gliding by to our north. There's 1 o'clock in the morning, so if you're in Mercer, Auglaize County, northern Shelby, you may hear some rumbles of thunder. That's going to be the storms passing to your north. Some showers may skirt on through as we head through the overnight, early morning hours of tomorrow. And meteorologist Kirsty Zonzini will track that if you're up before sunrise. By 8 o'clock in the morning, some showers and a few thunderstorms redevelop all across the north and west. west. They'll swing on by, not as potent really until we get towards the latter part of the day. 4:30 rolls around. Now we're looking at that threat for those stronger thunderstorms, and we're going to keep that threat for storms in the forecast through your Wednesday evening. So as we head into and through the dinner time hours and into the first part of early tomorrow night, those storms are going to be ongoing. As far as your commute forecast for tomorrow, should be decent. That's if you're not in any areas that are affected by the damage. By the evening drive, though, those thunderstorms perhaps could begin to slow you down. Tomorrow we wake up mild and muggy in the mid to upper 60s, and then temperatures rise back into the middle 80s, and that's what's going to fuel more of those storms, as I just showed you on Futurecast. Tomorrow night into Thursday, we have another round of storms. They'll be with us for the morning commute, and rounds of showers and storms expected through the day on Thursday, and that may increase that threat for flooding widespread in the Miami Valley. A lot of our rivers and streams are coming up above their banks in some areas, so any rainfall is going to increase that threat. Chance for some thunderstorms, as I mentioned, Thursday will be quieter, a few rumbles of thunder on Friday, and we do bring back the chances for some storms late Saturday and again on Sunday, quieting down into early part of next week. Tune in tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Kirsty's on scene at the latest, beginning at 4:25.
And 24 hours after these storms hit, people find themselves struggling to find direction and what to do next. News Center 7's Jenna Lawson spent the evening with people in one of the hardest hit areas.
My camera is outside. You're actually looking at me